Okay, we're here with DJ Ned and PB. What's going on?
Hey, how we doing, man? Thanks for having me out.
Thank you, sir. So I heard you have a little bit of wrestling background.
Yeah, you know what? In high school, I was a football player, and so our coaches were always drilling us to do wrestling, just because I was always a defensive lineman, and so they always figured it'd help out. And so I tried it out a couple years, and honestly, it was rough, but I really think it definitely was a great learning experience, and I miss it. Honestly, it's been a while since I got back into it, but it was definitely a great experience.
So how did that experience sort of translate into the rest of your life? You know, after you got out of high school, going into college, I hear you were pretty active in athletics in college as well.
Yeah, when I first got to college, I joined a fraternity, and it just happened to be a fraternity that was super big on athletics. We were very competitive. We always had what we called Greek Olympics, and so we would compete with other fraternities. It was good, and it was cool because I obviously had that background, football for 4 years, wrestling for 2, and so I was a little more, I guess you could say, I don't know what the word is, agile. Then I was less agile than I was in high school, that's for sure. But definitely than some more than some of the other guys out there. So that definitely helped.
So being so athletic like you are, how did you get into being a DJ? What inspired you to go towards music?
Yeah, you know what? Ever since I was younger, I remember all our family parties. I would always be bugging our family DJs. He even brought me out with him I think I was working with him as like a roadie. I guess you could call it his assistant, just setting up all the cables, taking everything down for like 3 months. He finally let me play in front of a crowd one time, and I botched it. And the deck stopped playing in front of a giant crowd, and everyone booed me. And I was like 12 years old, so I was scarred. But finally, once I got back to college, we were always hosting all the big events and all the parties and stuff. And so I would always be the one in charge of the music. And so I figured, hey, why don't I get into DJing? I'm already doing it, already playing the music anyways. And then it started from our local fraternity parties to then the local bars. Then the school started booking us out. Then I went under a stage name, DJ NEDD, started producing my own music, started getting booked out for big events, festivals, nightclubs, and that's why we're here today.
Cool, man. Where can we find you now? If someone wants to see DJ NEDD in action, where do we catch you?
Well, I do a lot of live events out here in San Diego, so if you guys are in the San Diego area, I play in PB, downtown every once in a while. You can find me on Instagram at NEDDXMusic. That's Ned with 2 Ds. I post monthly mixes on YouTube. Every month we do a different genre. Those are real cool. You should definitely check those out. Again, DJ NEDD on YouTube, and I would love to see you guys there. Let me know what you guys think or what type of genres or music you guys want to hear on the next month.
Cool. And what would you tell maybe a younger kid coming up who maybe isn't so agile and wants to get into sports and maybe wants to go into music? What would you tell them?
I would say it's tedious, going out every night. But if you have the discipline and you have kind of like that stability where you're going to get your workout in every single day, that definitely helps. Not only with the physicalness, but also the mentalness. That's a big thing that I feel like not too many people talk about. But it definitely helps with that discipline and just the mental toughness to make sure you have something that you're going to be doing consistently.